Hello, everybody. Hi, boys and girls and spirits and souls everywhere tuning in. It is me, Monica P. Hall, aka Conduit of Healing, and it is a slightly chilly Sunday here in New York City where I live, and I'm coming to you today to talk about something that I have been dealing with as of late in my own personal spiritual journey, and I know that some of you have been as well. It's what I like to call divine discontent, and it's very interesting that it's happening now, given that Thanksgiving Day was a few days ago here in the United States, and not everybody is just trying to convince me that I should be getting into the Christmas spirit. And I want to talk about that because I have to tell you, this year, it's really annoying the fuck out of me. I'm serious. Everything from the moving up of Black Friday to Christmas trees and Christmas lights, being kind of, I feel, forced upon me, and I'm supposed to be in some sort of holiday cheer. And why is this bothering me? Because, hey, I'm spiritual, that's what I say. I say namaste. I obviously have appreciation for spirits and souls, and the goodwill towards men, women, children, dogs, and birds. But here's the issue that I'm having. The issue that I'm having is this doesn't feel real. What's going on now doesn't feel real to me, and it doesn't feel true. It feels manufactured. It feels like propaganda. It feels like advertisements that won't stop. It feels like my emails inbox is being bombarded with, catch this sale, Black Friday, 10% off, everything. It's just really annoying. That's not what this is supposed to be about, last time I checked. This time of year, several different cultures and belief systems have a time of, whether it be the celebration of miracles of life, or of a people, or the celebration of family or tradition. What we're being bombarded with, that ain't it. And it's really annoying me because, and I know I'm not the only one, because people are finding themselves irritable, and perhaps they can't put their finger on it, and perhaps they can. But when you're talking about kindness, when you're talking about peace on earth, when you're talking about goodwill towards men, that's not like 2 months out of the year. That's every day. That's every moment of every day, forever and a day. And it doesn't start out with you being kind towards somebody else. It starts out with you being kind towards yourself. I know that we've been taught that you're supposed to be thinking about these things, a very specific time of the year. But honestly, that's not going to create a peaceful world. That's not going to change things in the way that some of us really do feel like it needs to be changed. What's going to change things is us truly being honest about what's going on. And so therefore, my divine discontent. I'm just not buying it, people. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying the Black Friday. I'm not buying, yes, let's put up a Christmas tree. Let's put on some twinkling lights and stuff, and then it's going to make me feel festive. Why can't I feel festive every day when I am charitable with my smile that I give to someone, or the connection between them and myself when I look into their eyes and I really relate to them, and vice versa? Call me an idealist. I just feel like we should be doing this every single day. And hey, if that means you want to put up your Christmas tree and leave it up every day to remind yourself, I really don't care. But the thing is be real about it. Be real about it. I think the kindest gift that we can give to one another is compassion, and relating to one another. We're all going through something, whether that something be loss, whether it be love, whether it be pain, whatever. We can all relate to that because at some time or another we've all been there. Why can't we show compassion and kindness towards one another all the time? Why can't we do it for ourselves all the time? Right, because it requires work. It requires work, so we shouldn't do it. It requires looking at ourselves in the mirror and being honest about who we are, so we shouldn't do it. It requires maybe a break from tradition or a belief system or a way of living and encountering and exploring something new, so we shouldn't do it. It's scary, so we shouldn't do it. I don't know, people. I don't know. It looks to me, if things being the way that they were working, we wouldn't all be feeling discontent. So that's something to think about. How am I dealing with this? I'm glad you asked that question. How I'm dealing with this is I'm really spending a lot of time with my favorite person. Me. Changes that I want to see in the world, I'm making them within myself. Is it easy? Easy. Easy. Like, what does that mean? What does that mean? I don't even understand what the concept of easy means in terms of, does it require effort? Yeah, it requires effort. Is rewarding? It's beyond rewarding. I'm sorry, but I will tell you that I am the happiest when I'm alone, because I really am happy being alone with myself. And so therefore, when you're happy with yourself being alone, every person and every being and every encounter that's added to that is adding to the happiness. It's making it bigger. It's making it brighter. It's making the experience more special, more meaningful. It can only add to the experience. But if you're not a person that's happy being alone, and you absolutely need and must have the distraction of something or someone else, what exactly are you adding? I'm confused. I don't know. It's something to think about. I don't like myself, but I'm going to add other people that I like. It's kind of distracting, isn't it? Isn't it kind of like distracting you from what the real issue is, and the real issue being you? Just saying. So I'm spending lots of time alone, enjoying myself, enjoying my own company. I had an amazing Thanksgiving dinner. I made the most gorgeous rack of lamb for myself. Sorry, vegetarian friends, because it was awesome. And really enjoyed the quiet and the silence of my beautiful home, which means so much to me. I live in New York City. Do you know what a precious commodity silence is here? You don't know unless you've been through the chaos that is my gorgeous city, day in, day out, for months and years on end. Silence becomes very, very precious, more precious than gold. So for all of you who are going through this right now, you know, you're feeling the divine discontent. What you're really experiencing is more of the awakening process, and your level of consciousness really raising. Because things that didn't bother you yesterday or yesteryear are really annoying you now, because you're starting to realize what's real and what's manufactured. Real happiness versus manufactured happiness. Real truth versus ideologies of truth. People who are happy versus people who pretend to be happy. Yeah, it makes you a little sensitive. Okay, it makes you a lot sensitive. So, you know, if I had advice, I would say just really be gentle with yourself, be kind with yourself, be kind and gentle with others. You don't need a holiday to give you permission to do that. You can give yourself permission to do that just by saying, you know what, I really want to be treated well. So therefore you treat yourself well, and it inclines you to treat other people well. Simply why? Because it makes life a better experience. And believe it or not, I don't know if anyone told you, but we really are here to have a great time most of the time. And yes, there are moments where we're not having a great time, but if you're doing it consciously, if you're living consciously, if you're present in your own life, you realize that those moments are few and far between where you're not having a good time. And that you can choose every situation and look for the lesson. Look for the positive reaction, creating the positive reaction, creating a positive moment no matter what. You know, New York just endured a really serious hurricane. And I have those that I love who really did endure some damage to their homes, and their lives were drastically changed. And you know what the lesson is? They're alive and they're well. You can replace stuff. You can't replace people. Okay? So it is about life. It is about experiencing life. It is about being present, as much as you can while you're embodied. So that's really what I thought this holiday season was supposed to be about, not a sale at some department store that opened on Thanksgiving when, you know, we're supposed to be enjoying either ourselves, our family, and just that experience. So I'll probably be discontented for a little while longer, you know, but I'll breathe through it and quiet myself and listen to the silence and be grateful and appreciate every moment that I have while here. But the good thing about discontent is it brings forth change, and we are changing. Whether we like it or not, we're changing. Everything around us is changing. We're growing, we're evolving. So for all of you who don't like change, I'm not sorry. Come on with us. Let's evolve, let's change, let's grow, because growth means life. When you stop to grow, yeah, that's not life. That's the other thing. Alright, so that's all I needed to say today. Again, I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving if you're in the U.S. or however you celebrate at that time. And if it's not the holiday season for you, I just hope you're having a great time being here, period. So that's it. Love you. Namaste. And keep going, everybody. Keep breathing, keep moving, and keep flowing with change, because it ain't gonna stop.